Okay, so here's the thing. I've been paying for the higher Claude Code tier for months. $200 a month, no joke. And it's good. It's really good. But last week I tried a free, open source tool called Goose, and I haven't opened my paid plan in 8 days. Let me show you what I actually did. First, the problem. If you're trying to ship a side project, a SaaS, a Chrome extension, a little tool you want to put on Gumroad, your bottleneck is almost never ideas. It's shipping. It's the boring middle. Wiring up off. Writing the migration. Fixing the one CSS bug that's eaten your whole Saturday. That's where AI coding agents earn their keep. They don't just autocomplete. They read your codebase, plan a change, edit multiple files, run your tests, and tell you what they did. Claude Code does this beautifully. But the higher usage plans get expensive fast, especially if you're not making money from the project yet. So a lot of folks I talk to feel stuck. They want the agent workflow, but they can't justify the spend before they've shipped anything. Here's where Goose comes in. Goose is an open source AI agent built by Block, the Square and Cash App people. It runs on your machine, it's free to download, and the clever part is it lets you bring your own model. Which means you can plug in a free or cheap option and get most of that agentic workflow without the subscription. Let me walk you through exactly how I set it up. Step 1, install Goose. Head to block.github.io/Goose. There's a desktop app and a CLI. I went with the desktop app because I wanted something I could just open and click. The install is a single download on Mac, Windows, or Linux. Takes maybe 2 minutes. Step 2, pick a model. This is where you can save the most. Goose works with a bunch of providers. You can point it at OpenRouter, which gives you access to a long list of models including some free tiers. You can run a local model with Alama if your machine can handle it. I've had decent luck with the Frequin and DeepSeek Coder models on a Mac with 32 gigs of RAM. Or you can use the Anthropic API directly with pay-as-you-go pricing, which for me has come out to a fraction of the flat subscription on light weeks. Now, real talk, local models aren't going to match a frontier model on hard reasoning tasks. If you're refactoring a gnarly codebase, you'll feel the gap. But for a lot of side project work, adding a route, writing a component, generating tests, they hold up surprisingly well. Step 3, give it a real task. And this is where people mess up. They open the agent and type "build me an app." That's not how you get good results. Treat Goose the same way you treat Claude Code. Open it inside your project directory. Give it context. Be specific. Here's the kind of prompt that actually works. Read the file at src/routes/checkout.ts. Add a new endpoint for refunds. Update the Prisma schema. Write a test in the tests folder. Run the tests when you're done. That's the whole pattern. Point it at files. Tell it what to change. Tell it what to verify. Goose will plan the change, edit the files, and run commands in your terminal with your approval at each step, which I actually really like. Let me give you a real example. I've got a little side project, a tiny tool that turns a long article into a tweet thread. Last weekend I wanted to add Stripe checkout. In Claude Code that would have been a one-prompt job, and honestly, it still would have been faster there. But in Goose, using a mid-tier free-tier model on OpenRouter, the whole thing took maybe 40 minutes of back and forth. It read my Express setup, added the Stripe SDK, wrote the webhook handler, made the success and cancel pages, and stubbed out a test. I had to nudge it twice, once because it used an older Stripe API pattern, once because it forgot to add the environment variable. But it shipped. The feature works. And it cost me nothing on top of what I was already paying for hosting. Okay, here's the part most videos skip. Where does Claude Code still win? A few places. The model quality on the higher tiers is still ahead for tricky reasoning. The integration with the terminal feels a little tighter. And if you're working on something genuinely complex, distributed systems, weird legacy code, anything where the agent needs to hold a lot of state in its head, you'll feel the difference. Goose with a free model is a Honda Civic. Claude Code on a paid plan is more like a Tesla. Both get you to work. One of them does it more comfortably on the highway. My honest take, after a week, if you're shipping a side project on a budget, Goose Plus a cheap or free model can carry a lot of the load. If your side project starts making real money and you're shipping features daily, the paid Claude Code plan probably pays for itself again. Use the free path until you don't have to. If this was useful, hit like, it genuinely helps the channel, and subscribe for more honest breakdowns of AI dev tools. And drop a comment with your biggest side project bottleneck right now. Is it shipping? Marketing? Pricing? I read all of them and the best ones become future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.